Assalamu alaikum. Everybody, really quick story time. Before the kids get over here to this field, I beat them over here to the field. It's going to be noisy in probably 10, 15 minutes, but I wanted to tell you guys a quick story time because I got an invitation to iftar tonight. So, and then I looked at all the list of the guest names on there, and there's a lady's name on there that that I used to know, I used to work with, and she's not very happy with me. So let me tell you, we used to work together quite a while back, and she started a business at home where she had inventory coming to her house. She had to package it up and send it to her customers. She had a website and everything. She would often fall behind in packaging, getting her orders out to the customers, and they started leaving like bad reviews. And every day she would come to work saying how she's far behind. She really needs help. She doesn't have family that could help her. Um, and over time, um, she asked me if I could help her just with the packaging. I didn't have to go to the post office with her to send it off or anything like that, but she wanted me to help her with the packaging, so I told her sure. So I helped her with the packaging. Um, and in her neighborhood, she lived in a beautiful neighborhood. There was like to get into her neighborhood, you have to confirm with the person who's at the booth, and they just confirm with you. Are you expecting a visitor? You guys know how it goes. So, in that neighborhood, we couldn't park. If you were a visitor, if you were not a resident there, you had to park like in a parking lot designated for visitors. Um, so she told me parking, visitor parking, no problem. Wasn't too far from the house, so I park in visitor parking. I help her with her packaging. We're like got all these packages. We did a lot. Within 2 hours, I get back outside so I could leave, and my car wasn't there. So I was like, what? Like, where's my car? And first thing I went through my mind was actually the first thing I went through my mind. I thought that I parked it somewhere else. I was like, where's my car? And then the second thing was I was like, my car did not get stolen. Like, so I don't know. And so the next option was call around to the towing companies and find out if they have my car. Which, yeah, my car had gotten towed away because I was parked in the wrong visitor parking. So I thought it was the wrong visitor parking. So okay, it was $250. I got my car back. The second time, this was maybe she needed help. She was still pretty backed up, so she asked me for help 2 or 3 weeks later. I go and I help her. 2 or 3 weeks later, this is like after I got off work, and no problem. Same thing again. I get outside, my car is not there. This time, the fine was $500, and I was annoyed by it, but I'm like, you know what? um, I'll get down to the bottom of why my car is being towed because I'm actually parked in visitor parking. So when I went to the booth to ask like if they had any idea like where I should be parking, because even though she told me I could park in visitor parking, obviously I shouldn't have been there because they were towing my car away. So the person at the booth was not there when I went to ask them. Like the second time this happened, they weren't there because the first time I didn't even think to ask them. I mean, it was the first time that happened. So a third time, probably a month later, maybe less, maybe more. I don't really remember. Um, I joke with her and I say my car better not be towed again if I'm coming to help you with your packaging. Um, like I said, I did not mind helping her. We were good friends at work. I didn't, mind helping her. Um, I know how it can be to fall behind, on some things if you're overwhelmed with doing too much. That was my experience. I don't know why that was her experience. It's not like she couldn't get it done. And for those of you who you have to get something done, you get it done. Even if it means you have to have a meeting 3:30 in the morning, even if it means you have a meeting 3:30 in the morning and then you have to get on a flight at 6 in the morning, like whatever it is, if you're a person who knows how to get things done, you do things at all hours of the night. But she was the type that she needed her 8 hours of sleep at night. She's falling behind, just too much. So, um, a third time. This is completely my fault now because I should have said no after the second time. Like, no, you don't know where I should be parking. So, a third time happens. This time, I was parked in the visitor parking. She told me, she's like, oh no, I think you have to park at the other side. So I park all the way at the other side. Then now it's like a hike back to her house. And I'm just like, anyways, I'm joking around with her like, if this happens again, you're gonna pay for this. Anyways, I get there, I park on a Friday night. You guys, it was late at this time. Friday night, and we're enjoying each other's company. I get outside, it's really late, and it was raining. My car is not there. Now this time, I didn't get upset. Um, I told her she needs to find out what's going on. I called the tow place. They didn't answer. They didn't answer. So I had to call in the morning. I had a lift back home. So this time I couldn't. I didn't have it was $1,000, y'all. It was $1,000 to get out this third time. I didn't have the $1,000 right then and there. I had to wait for 4 days. I had to wait for 4 days to be able to, pick my car back up from the place where they tow your car. So she helped. She did help. She paid 500 of the 1,000. I wish she could have paid the entire thing, but she did pay 500 of the 1,000. And then she tells me, guys, oh no, we went together. We went together to ask, why is my car being towed if I'm parked in visitor parking? So the person at the booth said the reason why they're calling is because I'm not registered there. My car had to be registered in that neighborhood to even drive in that neighborhood, to even park in the visitor parking. So she didn't know that, although that was in her contract when she moved there. She didn't know that because sometimes, you know how we would sign a contract and we may read it later, because contracts, I think, is intentional. They're really written small. The contract is 17 pages long. So she just signed it when she moved there, but she didn't know that my car had to be registered to that neighborhood to even go in visitor parking. I can't even remember the other details of it. But anyways, after we talked to the guy, and so I'm like, I'm not gonna be parking here anymore. I'm not coming back here. I'm not even gonna register my car here. I'm not doing this anymore. So she tells me that she can't read. So in this, I feel like there was a lesson for both of us. I feel like she needs to take care of her own business, because like I said earlier, when we need to get something done, adults I'm talking to, we get it done. It doesn't matter. Like I said, you could pull an all-nighter and then have to get on a flight the next morning. You get it done. But she wasn't like that. So she had a really good, business idea. She had a clothing line, but she was just falling behind and sending the packages out and everything. So I feel like the lesson in that for her was she needs to work harder and not put people in situations. I feel like the lesson for myself was not put my own self in a situation, and I should have said no. But what I want you guys to take away from oh gosh, everybody's walking over here. What I want you guys to take away from this is, sometimes God does not move mountains. You know how people say God will move a mountain for you? Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. But what I do know is he will change your character. He would definitely change your character. I can never see that happening to me nowadays. Never, ever, ever. I couldn't. After the first mishap, I wouldn't even been around for the second. I wouldn't have even been around for the second one. No. So, yeah. God changes your character in you. He builds you. That was just being just so ridiculous on my part to continue to say yes month after month, because I'm just feeling oh, she doesn't have help and this is no, because she didn't tell me she doesn't know how to read. Read on a level that she should be reading on. I'm pretty sure she knows how to read to get herself far enough in life, as far as she's gotten. But yeah, she says she can't read, and she just signed the contract, and she didn't know that I had to be registered there. But anyways, I feel like God changes our character, and he puts us through little tough situations like that to wake us up. So that was my takeaway from it. Don't be like that. Don't just be in a way, just so naive, such a pushover, saying yes over and over, although the first 2 times I had to pay those fines. And maybe the lesson in it for her was she needs to take care of her business better. But I feel like the lesson for me was building a certain character in me. So maybe God moves mountains, maybe he doesn't. But I certainly know that he builds you up in the way that he needs you to be, so that you can handle whatever responsibility, mission, gift, whatever he wants you to handle, so that you can help a lot more people, like on a bigger scale, on a higher level. So I don't know what I look like. What do I look like? um, this video is long enough. I'll upload again. But yeah, I just thought of that because I'm gonna see her tonight. Oh, by the way, she left me the rudest text message. I didn't even open it. I didn't even block her. I didn't block her. I'm not the blocking type. I did not block her, but I could see right from the profanity in the first thread of what she was writing. I knew not to tap that message and open it up. So she didn't even try to call after that. I never opened the message. I haven't seen her. I saw her probably maybe twice at work after that, because she would just like keep avoiding me, which I would have talked about it with her if she wanted me to, but I just knew I wasn't going back over in her parking, in her visitor parking, to have my car towed away and then have to take a lift and have to pay money and the third time I had to take a lift. What was it, 4 days? I went and picked it up on the Sunday, and that's why the price was so high. That's why it was $1,000, like just ridiculous. Anyways, I don't want to say it was her fault because I should have learned my lesson, but now I'm rambling. I just wanted to say that would never happen to me nowadays, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.